Bit of a know-it-all.
A bit.
That is literally my purpose.
Okay.
My
apologies. Let me just go fuck myself then.
Oh,
Crunk's just gonna
Krunk.
storm out.
Oh, why did you offend Krunk?
Good evening, fellow geeks. Welcome back to Stolen Fate. We are out of initiative for a little bit, maybe, after a very long siege of Harrocourt. Lots of combat. Things are finally settling down. So when we last left off, Hajek had recommended that everybody give in to a feeling of sleep that was overwhelming them because Harrocourt needed to heal. Everybody trusted Hajek and fell asleep. And now you're all dead, so let's talk about new characters. I'm just kidding. But that would be really funny. You guys did trust her just very blindly.
Never should have trusted you, Hajek.
All right, so you guys are all blacked out asleep right now. But the first of you to wake up is our good man, Jack. Jack, you feel hazy. Your vision is black from sleep. And you feel little tiny trio of pokes on your shoulder, and you hear an unfamiliar voice. Hey, wake up, kid. And as you wake up, your vision blurred, on your back, looking up towards the sky, and feeling...
I'm in my room, right? Or am I looking
at
my
your room?
I'm outside?
You are outside where you just finished the recent battle. When you look around a little bit, you don't see the source of the voice. You just see where you just had a very large battle. But there are no corpses. There is no debris from a large construct. All signs of the conflict that you just had are gone. Aside from two notable things that you notice. There is still the black stain where the Shadow Prince was slain, and where the construct once stood and was in piles of rubble when Krunk destroyed it. All that remains there is a very large, pulsing red gem.
Are Krunk and Gingham
Krunk and
not
Gingham
here either?
are not there.
Okay, so no one else is asleep around here.
Nope, just you.
Okay. Jack looks around again to see if he can find the source of the pokes, I guess.
Yeah, you look around and you don't see any speaking figure. The only thing that you see is you see Birch sitting at your feet looking up at you. I guess looking down at you as you're laying down.
The little raccoon?
The little raccoon that Gingham
Birch, the little trash panda that Gingham found from some mystery location.
This little guy.
Uh-huh.
Genuinely, I was like, who's Birch? No Birches.
Birch, look at those little grabby hands.
What murder? That's what his face says.
You know?
But murder?
What murder? Murder, please. Horrible.
So Jack, what do you do?
Is Birch is just standing next to me?
Yeah, he's just looking at you right in the face.
Jack sits up and slowly gets to his feet.
Yeah, you stand up and Birch looks up at you. And you see his mouth move this time. Hey, I'm talking to you.
What?
What do you mean, what? You understand me?
Jack looks around he thinks this must be some kind of weird vision or dream.
Don't tell me you've been through everything you've been through and a talking raccoon's about to throw you off.
You just didn't talk before now. it seemed like something that maybe would have come up sooner if that were the case.
Well, you'd think so, but it wasn't time yet.
And it's
Hell, I didn't even know
now?
you were the one I was supposed to be talking to. I thought it was that little Gingham fella.
Yeah, why don't you go back to Gingham? Gingham would love this kind of thing. A weird talking raccoon that screams Gingham. Why don't you just go take your little sideshow back to them?
Nah, I don't think so, kid. I think you're the one I'm here for. Hey, why don't you pick me up and put you on your shoulders? We'll take a walk and talk.
All right, fine. You learned that one from Gingham? As Jack
What,
picks
the
up.
uppies?
Yeah,
I've been a bit envious of them, I'll be honest.
Jack will scoop up Birch, and he doesn't really set him on his shoulder. He'll just kind of like hold him, kind of like Krunk did with Gingham just a couple episodes ago, sort of just like by the scruff, kind of like, okay.
Hey, that's not very comfortable on the shoulder, please. These claws ain't gonna hurt.
Fine. Puts the raccoon on his shoulder.
Ah, that's nice. See, this is how we're
Is
gonna
he like
bond.
doing the little like kneading?
Yeah, he gets all comfortable and then lays down. All right, let's go take a walk and look around. Hey, that gem over there, you're gonna want to take that. I know it looks a bit big. Just pick it up and it'll get small.
What is it?
I don't know, but it smells important. I'd make sure you keep it. Don't sell it.
Jack is really not sure what's going on right now. Could I make, I suppose maybe insight, actually. He doesn't really know the source of this raccoon's sudden change in personality and abilities. He wants to get a vibe check on this raccoon.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception.
That is a 39.
He doesn't seem like he's being sinister or anything, just a little bit cryptic.
Okay. Jack heads over to the red gem. Could I examine it first? Could I make like an arcana check or something?
Yeah, you sure
Make a
could.
guess at what this even is?
Yeah, go for it. Roll me an arcana or a craft.
That's a 30?
All right. This seems to be some sort of seed around which the construct was warped and corrupted. So it looks like the constructs, as you know, they can be gates for different things. This seed seems to have made it tied to the abyssal evil energies. And you can kind of feel those same energies that you felt coming through the portal coming from the crystal. Like it still has some sort of link to that abyss.
This seems kind of evil and abyssal in nature.
You
this
don't
is okay.
say.
I mean, I'm just saying you just told me to scoop this thing up and put it in my backpack. Like,
Yeah,
it's
what's the worst that's gonna happen?
I really don't want to go through an exhaustive list of the worst that could happen. You sure it's
All right,
safe?
I mean, pretty sure. It's a bit of a gut check, all right, but I would take it.
Jack picks Birch up and sets him down next to the gym. Here, why don't you test it out?
You want me to test it?
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty smart. I like the way you think, kid. He's gonna scurry up to it and he's gonna poke it. And when he pokes it with a little claw, the gem turns tiny and he's gonna scoop it up. Yeah,
Okay.
see? That's what I thought was gonna happen.
All right.
Me and you, we gotta start trusting each other.
I'm not great at that.
All right, well, let me explain this to you. You know those weird powers you've been feeling yourself able to connect to? Kind of haggish ones?
Yeah.
Let me guess, you're probably thinking that those are remnants or heirlooms of dear old Ma.
Kind of the assumption. Yeah.
Wrong! You're wrong! That's from me. I gave them to you.
Why? Also, what are you actually?
For now, kid, let's just say I'm a bit of an old soul and I like you.
Okay.
Back up on the shoulder, take this gem. I don't want to hold the important stuff. You got to start getting used to that because you got lots of important things to be holding on to.
Jack looks still pretty confused, but he will pick Birch up again and take the gem and put it in his pocket.
It in your hand. The gem gets a little bit bigger when it goes into your hand. Turns like palm size. It's warm to the touch, but you don't feel any like active effects happening.
So this doesn't feel like something I could attune to. I don't know if those kinds of items have like a feeling, but
They do. And
Okay.
yeah, you don't feel like you can connect with it.
okay. I guess Jack will try to think to his room again. He doesn't really know if he's even actually in Harrow Court for realsies, but he'll try.
Yeah, when you try, it doesn't work. Yeah, I guess I should have told you, you aren't actually awake right now.
Okay, that explains more.
I mean, you're kind of awake, but you're not really where you're supposed to be. It's complicated. You want me to
Okay.
take you to Harrow Court and we can take a little bit of a look-sees?
Yeah? Is there another option? I don't really want to stay in whatever
I mean, I
this
should
place
probably show you.
is. Show me what?
See, we're in an alternate past right now. Not a very distant past, instead, actually just a past that's a few hours ago. It's a past that happens if you didn't stay here and do what you did. You were brave, kid.
What
I could
is-
feel it. You wanted to run away. You didn't want to be there. Sure, you had a little bit of a spooked moment at the end, but you stood and fought through it all. You smell sad right now. Real sad. Why don't you talk to old Birch about it?
Okay, are you also a therapy raccoon? What is this?
I can be. It's not my specialty, but it helps to talk to people, you know?
What happened in this past? It looks like Krunk and Gingham still got the job done. He points at the shadow blot and the
That's a bit of
Construct pile.
spillover. That's in the current timeline. Let me take you over to Harrow Court. He's gonna poke a little clawed finger on your neck, and like in the blink of an eye, you're outside the gates of Harrow Court, and you can see that the entire wall is leveled. That huge construct is standing in the center, and there's just demons pouring out of it. And you can see the shadow prince that you just battled is standing atop of it and posting some kind of black wolf paw clawed banner up on top of the castle.
Oh, things didn't go so well then.
It didn't go so well. You know, if you take a little bit closer look in there, your corpse is in there, along with your pal Krunk's and with Gingham's. Your sister? If I'm following right?
Yeah, I guess that's a whole thing.
Let me be clear about something. That past isn't if all of yous ran away, if all of you didn't face it, it's if you didn't. You made an impact. I know that Krunk's all big and strong and disintegrating and all that, but he needs you, Jack.
If you say so.
I'm not saying so, I'm showing you so.
Well, that might be true, but I don't really see how this changes what is still hanging over my head.
Yeah, your fate is wicked and untied and whatever, right? That fortune teller scared you.
Yeah, just that, not anything big, not anything about my ultimate destiny.
Listen, kid, this is the thing. Fate, despite what all those fortune tellers want you to think, it's not sealed. It's complicated. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole fate, think of every thread in the web of fate like its own story, right? Yous right now, you're following along on one of those threads that's making a big old spider web. And I hate to break it to you, kid, but this one, it ain't your story. This isn't about you. This isn't about Jack.
Okay. So
But
what
you
is
play
it
a part
about?
in it. You read books. You probably read books, right?
I have read books, yes.
You enjoyed some books?
They're fine.
Well, good. A good book, right? It's got supporting characters. Sometimes bigger than the main characters. Like, sure, the protagonists or whatever they're called, they're a big deal, right? But sometimes you fall in love with the other characters that help the protagonist.
Okay.
But you're not the protagonist. It's that Krunk boy.
Krunk?
Yeah, Krunk. He's gonna be a really big deal with this whole Deck of Destinies thing. But Krunk's not gonna get there without your help. Same with that little Gingham fellow. He needs you both. You're really important to his thread of fate. Now, if you think of it like a web, Your threads came and connected to his threads, and now you're following his thread up until your threads go somewhere else. And eventually it's going to be your story. But right now it's his. So this whole wicked and untied thing, who cares? It's on his thread. Let him deal with it. You're going to bring challenges. You might fray the thread a little bit when you tie to it, but you're going to bring a lot more good than you're going to bring bad.
I don't know, Birch.
What do I know? I'm just a raccoon that can show you the past, right?
Apparently.
Yeah, that fortune teller probably knows a lot better than me. Well, from this raccoon's perspective, stop being so mopey, kid. Because you're doing good.
Okay, can we go back now?
You want to see the rest of Galarion before we do?
This spills outside of Harrow-Court?
Obviously.
That
You
is
think somebody that's going to attack you like this? You think they're just going to take your little demoplane and then some evil guy like that's just going to be done?
Listen.
You think somebody's not going to abuse this power you got?
Okay, sure. Show me whatever. Show me what I gotta see.
I'm not gonna, because you know why? It'd break your brain. That's how bad it is.
Then why did you ask if
Because you need to know that what you just did here was a big deal.
Okay.
Do you get it?
I guess. I helped. I made a difference.
Good. I know we're not very well acquainted, but I'm kind of a big deal where I come from, and my opinions are going to matter a lot. So take my word on this one, and you're going to do your very best in some of that courage that you've already shown, and you're going to help that Krunk kid. And you're going to keep that little Gingham puppet safe.
Fine. Okay.
Stop worrying about doomsaying from fortune tellers and rally yourself. Your ma troubles? Guess who's going to be the best one to help you when that comes around?
The one who I hired in the beginning?
Yeah, that big old monster of a beast disintegrating everything. He's probably going to do it to your mom's ghost or whatever, too. So stop sweating it and stick with him.
What about the blood oath and everything? And she's...
Blood oaths. Those can be broken.
Okay. All right, if you say so. I don't know what you are. This makes literally no sense, and I'll probably wake up and with just the coming back from the worst trip of all time, but...
It'll all be clear with time, kid. And you know, some of these moments, they're gonna happen again, but I need you to understand something. I'm not gonna talk to you like this when you wake up, but I'm gonna be your loyal companion. You kick me away from that Gingham fellow, and you let me stick with you. I'm gonna help you.
Gingham might have
if
a
you
problem
need proof
with
of
that.
it, you just look for that little gem in your pocket, and you're gonna know that this was real.
All right. I'll go with it.
Good. He scrambles up to your face and he gives it a little pat. I knew you had it in you, kid. I'll be rooting for you. But hey, don't let me get killed. That would be bad.
Yeah, okay.
And don't try to give me away or anything. I know that you like to swindle your goods or whatever. I promise you don't want to give me away.
I'd be more worried about Gingham trying to steal you back, to be honest. But
I can deal with that one.
Listen, before we go back or I wake up or whatever this is comes to an end, you know stuff, right? You see things generally.
Yeah,
is that how this works?
I showed you the past.
Do you know, is my dad alive?
That's a complicated question. Now, wakey, Jack. And when he says that, you wake up in your bed in Harrow-Court.
Jack will search his pockets.
You do find the gem there. And Birch is curled up at the foot of your bed.
Jack will gently, like you're waking a dog or something, will like gently poke Birch with his foot at the foot of his bed.
He looks up at you and then he comes and curls up a little bit closer to you.
All right, Jack will will lie back and just look at the gem. He'll just, kind of move it around in the light and look at it as he idly pets Birch.
Excellent. All right, Gingham, you wake up in your bed in Harrowcourt, and Shadow is sitting on a chair in your room, and perks up as soon as he sees that you wake up.
Oh.
Jenny, are you all right?
My name is Gingham, though. Are you all right, Shadow?
Do you remember anything from before you were like this?
No.
He comes over and he's gonna sit on the edge of your bed. That's upsetting, but hopefully it'll come back. Look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to not make this weird. And I know that I was a bit off out there in the battlefield and beforehand. It's weird. It's like my sentience is coming back slowly. I didn't even feel like myself out there fighting. There was times that I wanted to cry and run to you and help, and goddamn aim is off. I'm sorry I hurt you out there.
Well, that didn't feel very good, no. But
I imagine it didn't.
we all miss sometimes. It's okay. Gingham will reach up and pat his face.
He gets a tear in the corner of his eye when you say we all miss sometimes. And he puts a hand on your hand when you pat it. Well, I guess that we'll just have to get reacquainted if you don't remember me. I guess you've been calling me Shadow.
Hey, that was the name that I think Jack came up with because you were kind of his shadow for a while, and so it fit.
I don't remember. Did I give you my real name before?
No, we saw the fortune teller, and then Harrowcourt decided to burn.
Right. Well, let me reintroduce myself then. And I guess that I can get reacquainted with Gingham. You can call me Mordecai.
Mordecai. Oh. All right.
Nice to meet you, Gingham.
Well, it's nice to meet you too.
Listen, I don't know how to go about this. And I don't know how to explain that I know, but I do. Whatever made you the way that you are now, you got the soul of my daughter in there.
Oh, really?
I guess I don't know what to do about that if you don't remember. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's like sharing essence, but it's not really them. I feel obligated to protect you, Gingham.
That's interesting.
And your half-brother Jack. Or I guess
Jack.
Jenny's half-brother Jack. That's Jack's, not Gingham's half-brother.
No, I would certainly looks down at Pop itself. I would think that would be quite confusing and impossible.
I suppose it would. Now, I don't know what else to say, Gingham. I guess I just wanted you to know why my emotions are so high around this, and why I feel like we should travel together, if that makes sense.
I do remember just about everything I ever read from before, but the memories are hazy, so I think that would be fine if you stuck around and tried to help that.
Well, on the off chance some of those memories come back to you, or intertwine with you, or whatever you are,
Why?
I'm here to talk if you need.
All right, that would be lovely.
You were pretty heroic out there.
Oh, I was just trying to help.
Good job. Anyways, I'll leave you to it and let you get reoriented, but I just had to get that off my chest. I've been worried about you. Glad you're okay.
I'm glad that you made it through too. Gingham will like do another pat. Do you think that... Doesn't it feel like time to maybe eat something?
I don't think I need to eat anymore, so
Oh.
not really, but I can get you something if you need.
Oh. No, I'm also not really hungry, but I thought maybe you... But if you're in a different form, then maybe we just go find everyone else.
That sounds like a good idea. He's still got like tears glazing his eyes a little bit, and he helps you sit up in your bed.
Gingham's gonna catch one of the tears. Those can be for later. We have a celebration. We saved Harrow Court.
He side eyes and looks a little confused. All right, I'll take your word for it.
Aye.
All right, Krunk. You wake up in your bed in Harrow Court, and standing over your bed with a very suggestive smirk is the succubus that you just fought in the swamp.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah.
Krunk is gonna stare wide-eyed, blink a couple times. Guy?
Yeah, it's about time you start recognizing me. Jeez. I love that you just knew.
I knew it was you. I ate your essence, and now I can sense it's you.
Hey, you what?
What?
What do you mean by that?
I wanted to keep a little bit of you inside of me for always. Not in a weird way.
No offense,
like-
boss, but what the hell does that mean?
You were perished. You had perished.
Right?
And
As
then
you do.
had... Yeah, and then you had a flicker of the stuff, and I...
The astral glow?
Yes. Can I do a knowledge check on what astral glow is? I want to know how gross it is what I just ate.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do me
Yeah.
an arcana or a craft.
All right.
Just pointing out that this check is happening after you already ate it.
Yeah.
You're not checking.
Perfect. 27. I don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea
Oh, yeah.
what astral
Well,
glow
what
is.
of it? I wanted to keep you alive and still doing things.
Oh, wait,
and
so
now,
you ate some of the astral glow?
well, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I knew it. Why are you in my room?
I was just checking to make sure you're all okay. I was kind of making the rounds.
Oh, and how was Jack?
I started with you.
Oh, well, shit, Jack! And he's gonna pop up out of bed and run through the door connecting their rooms.
Yeah, Jack and Gingham, you both heard the Jack.
Jack jumps in surprise as Krunk comes pounding through the door, and he is sort of like he half sits up in his bed, and Birch like scurries up onto Jack's shoulder, and his hackles raise in shock.
Oh.
What?
I was just making sure you're alive.
Yeah, I think so.
What a relief. Well, I suppose that's... Oof, what a fight that was.
Yeah, how long have we been sleeping?
Guy?
Wait,
How long have you been sleeping? I don't know. I was dead.
The
Guy?
sexy succubus walks in the room.
Yeah.
Guy's back!
I didn't know that was possible.
Yes, apparently I didn't eat all of his astral glow.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't eat all of it.
What would have happened?
I would have stayed dead, probably.
Oh no! Can you imagine?
I can't, because I'd be dead.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much damage happened, but I mean, it usually takes at least 24 of whatever your hours are for me to not be dead anymore.
I pat myself down. How am I feeling?
I feel great.
Do I feel like I have replenished magic? Like if I studied for a little bit, I could
Oh yeah, you feel like 100%, including Jack. Your doomed condition is gone.
Hooray!
So mechanically, you guys are fully healed. All of your spell slots are back. Everything's recharged.
Well, I feel wonderful. We must have slept for some time. Well, we should go to Absalom and see how many days have passed, perhaps.
Okay.
Oh, shit! We should probably check on Gingham.
Yeah. Did you not? Jack
I
will
honestly forgot Gingham existed for a moment.
Jack will sweep out of his room and head to Gingham's door and knock.
You guys pop out right as Shadow and Gingham are exiting their room.
Guess what, Gingham? Guy's alive. I didn't eat all of his astral glow.
Ta-da!
Just boobies jiggling.
Yup.
Hi, Guy. I like this form on you.
Yeah, me too. Very agile.
Krunk, you didn't. Like. You didn't. Jack points.
Beak cheeks? No.
Okay, that's a
I
relief.
can't believe you'd ask me that.
Wait, what did he say?
You ate some of his astral glow.
Well,
And also, you came from his room, he says to Guy.
I was waking
Just
Krunk up
checking.
first.
Okay, I'm relieved to hear it. That's all.
Shadow sees Jack and smiles. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but you mind if I give you a hug, Jack?
Jack looks a little sheepish and guilty, but he
I kind of got my
nods.
full sentience back, and you look like the better parts of your mother. A bit.
Is that a good thing?
He gives you a hug, kind of an awkward hug, and pats you on the back. I mean, there's fond memories there.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. You didn't deserve that. And you've been there for me like a dad. So, thanks.
His eyes gloss with tears when you say that. No, I'm glad I could help. The memories are kind of hazy, to be honest. I feel like I just fully got myself back.
I assume you have a name then. I just kind of made up Shadow.
It's a good name, but yeah, I mean, if we want to be accurate, you can call me Mordecai.
Jack will hold out his hand. Well, it's nice to officially meet you completely, Mordecai.
You too, Jack. Oh, shake your hand.
Oh my goodness. Krunk can't handle this anymore. He's been watching with rapt attention, and he's just gonna scoop everybody that's in the hallway up into one humongous hug and just lift them all off the ground. Oh, I'm so happy. I told you, Jack. I told you we were gonna win. Do you remember that Gingham? Jack was like, oh, we're gonna die.
Oh,
Birch goes running up Krunk's back on his shoulders.
What
With
the-
Krunk.
Oh, careful.
Everyone's
Easy.
dropped, and there is a raccoon in one of Krunk's fists. Whose vermin is this?
It's squealing.
The hand tightens ever so subtly.
Whoa,
That's
no, hang on.
Birch.
That's Birch. Jack quickly goes and like carefully untangles Birch from Krunk's.
Ugh, looks
Death
like
grip.
some gingham filth. Here, take it, Jack.
Yeah, about that. Gingham, I know you found Birch. At least I assume you did. Maybe Birch just followed you home. That wasn't really ever clear, but I was hoping I could adopt Birch. I don't really know how it works, but I guess okay. There's a lot of weird stuff that's happened to us. Just stay with me on this one for a second. So, I had like a dream that was also a vision, but it was like real, I think. Anyway, I woke up and Birch was talking to me and said all these weird things about how in an alternate past things would have gone worse and I need to stick around with you guys. And Birch is not really a raccoon or I don't know. Birch has weird powers, and he said he likes me and wants to stick around with me. And that's all I feel like explaining right now. Is it okay that I hang on to Birch, Gingham?
Oh, you really like Jack, do ya? And Gingham's gonna like reach up and scratch Birch's ears.
Is Birch still being crushed by Krunk, or did
No,
Krunk
no,
loosen
I
up a
like
bit?
kind of unhanded Birch, and so I'm just sort of holding Birch out a little bit like a Simba cup.
I assume Gingham can reach that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'll hold Birch down.
Yeah, Birch does a happy chitter.
Oh, it sounds like this was meant to be.
I guess. Listen, I don't want to dwell on all of this, but that was not a fun. Gods, how long was that? Was that just a day? It felt like a lifetime. It felt like approximately 5 sessions.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, I know you guys saw on the outside, but they were really getting in my head, and that's not a place I love being a lot. So I went to a dark place, and I took it out on you guys, and I'm really sorry. And thanks for being there for me when I needed you.
Gingham's gonna hug Jack's leg.
Krunk's gonna drop to one knee, and so he can like look Jack right in the eyes. Jack, it's understandable. I want you to know that I'm gonna be there for you.
Yeah, I know. I forget sometimes. Or I guess sometimes I forget why you would be, but I'll try to remember. I'll try to do better. And I have a feeling that this stupid raccoon is going to keep reminding me. And he puts Birch back on his shoulder.
What lovely little filth. And Krunk is going to very tentatively put one finger out towards Birch's mouth, and just like as if he's going to boop the snoot.
Yeah, Birch sniffs it and gives it a little lick.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought for sure Birch was going to bite. Yeah, I'm going to boop that snoot.
Boop the snoot.
Does a little sneeze.
Oh.
Okay, that's enough for one morning, and probably I'm good for at least a month on the feelings talk. So what do we do now?
Well, did any of you grab the card? Perhaps we should go do that.
Oh, I got that for you here.
Oh,
Guy
did you
pulls
release
out.
the epitome?
If I could release the epitome, what would I need you guys?
Hilarious. Jack, would you like to do the honors?
You can go ahead. You guys got that one.
Well then, in that case, Krunk will turn and offer it to Gingham. You were quite the brave one in those fights. Good on you, little one.
Thanks.
He looks like
Krunk.
he's really trying. He's really trying.
If Gingham could smile, they would, but it's just.
It's not anatomically possible.
I mean, if we
not
look at Gingham's
possible.
heart, Gingham's kind of always
smiling. That's true.
No. It gets a little more genuine somehow. No, the light in Gingham's eyes gets a little brighter. Gingham will take it gently. It was quite the honor being able to help protect you, both of you. And then Gingham will release it.
Sweet. You rip it off that satisfying little snap, and it goes flying off towards the east out of the castle. Mechanically for you guys, this is going to go ahead and it's going to manifest out on the lake. It's going to create an island out near the empty throne. And on this island, there is a little hovel in which a silent hermit lives with a boat. And your epitome perk for this one is if you guys spend a day of downtime helping the hermit map out a location on the material plane that exists on the coast, then that boat will create a two-way portal to that location and Harrowcourt.
Okay. We don't have any coastal locations off the top of our heads right now, right? That we need to get to?
Right. That's between you guys.
Oh, I mean, should I be thinking
Jason's
of
like,
one?
actually, I can think of 3 immediately.
I mean,
Can
you
you
guys
guys
don't
think
really
of
know where
one?
you're going at the moment, so.
Yeah. Okay. Is that a thing we can change, or is it a one-time?
You can have multiple. It'll like make a portal to any of them. You can have 30 of them set up.
Wow. Okay. Seems.
The boat will have a little map in it, and you touch a place on the map that she's mapped out, and then the boat will teleport to that location.
So it has to be waterbound. Is the only.
Has to be a coastal city, and I'm sure more places will become usefully apparent as you guys progress. But
Okay.
it's not sure. Oh yeah, I guess it's also relevant. You guys have a visitor. The Jack's hosting them right now.
I have 2 guesses. Aurora
Tell me.
and Willem.
Is
Guy
there a
shrugs.
nasty snake lady?
Is there a snake?
A snake lady? Are you talking about a Jack?
No.
Is Jack still here?
Yeah, she's with the guest. Oh, and the guest does have a snake, if that's what you meant.
Yep, that's Willem. Let's go get this over with. And Jack starts heading off, and then he turns around sharply. He points at Krunk and Gingham, and he says, "Do not tell Willem that I got teary."
Did I tell him you were a big bitch earlier? I'm kidding. I wouldn't know. I would never.
Okay, let's go. We
As you
go
guys
to the courtyard.
As you guys get to the courtyard, you guys see Willem standing there with Hajek. They are like both working on notes, it appears. And he turns and sees you coming. Jack, how's it going?
Well, it's about damn time.
I found my way here. Can you believe it?
I really wish you would have done that like 2 days ago, but
I really wish you would have given me access, Jack. It's not easy to find a secret demi-plane and get access to it.
I didn't really know that was the thing I could do.
You probably could have. Though it could have had some dire consequences for me, so it would have required some research anyways. It's probably best it worked out the way it did.
So how did you get here now?
You've met Hajek.
Yeah.
After we spoke last time and we talked about this place, I went to work doing some research. Found out that this dead woman here, Hajek, she's had some similar experiences to your own. So I went ahead and I made my own simulacrum, which is Hajek here. She's not actually resurrected, more of a likeness of what Hajek used to be, but she's got some of her memories and her knowledge, and it's been quite helpful. And she granted me access, which is a bit concerning for you all, that I was able to get access. That means that there is potentially ways that other people can get access. And by the sounds of it, you all just were invaded. Is that correct?
Yeah.
We managed it just fine.
I'm sure you did. Good to see you again, Krunk. And Gingham.
You know, I still haven't forgiven you for the last time we met.
What happened last time we met?
You cheated at dueling.
I didn't cheat at dueling, Krunk.
You cheated. You put me under the influence. Without my permission, consent is important in a duel.
You accepted my offer of the drink.
No, you used a spell on me and then made me drunk magically.
I don't recall such a thing.
Krunk is turning colors. The one eye was back to normal, and then the red is starting to just bleed into the corner just a little bit more.
So, duel rules aside, did you take Hajek's corpse? I just need to back up to that part really quick where you just made a simulacrum of a dead woman and planted her here.
Birch crawls back up on your shoulder. By Desna's tit, Jack, do you have a familiar?
Oh, gods. Is that what this is?
You don't understand it? You have a familiar and you don't know what it is? Oh, Jack. Are you studying sorcery?
No. It just
Are you
kind of
sure?
showed up. No. No, I'm not sure.
Sorcerers with a familiar? Not normally.
It's been done surprisingly.
But it's not common. Why is it that the first thing you're gonna jump to? Clearly, Jack has a patron.
A patron? You're a witch, Jack?
I have a raccoon. That's all I know.
Fascinating. I don't have time to unpack that.
Oh, thank God.
As for the corpse, yes, I did dig up her corpse. Made a simulacrum. I checked with the family first. They're all perished. Nobody was missing her.
Okay.
I understand it's a bit morally gray, Jack, but I thought you were in danger.
Okay. That's fine.
And
I took a class on this at the Magambia.
Yes, the Magambia studies many things, but that does not always mean that it is the proper thing to follow. Is this Hajek willing to be a simulacrum, or is this something you're forcing upon her?
She looks up. I don't recall the creation, but I believe I am in possession of my own memories, and I have no ill feelings towards it.
Well, as long as you're not being held as an undead servant.
She's not a minion.
It seems as if she does
She's
what
like
you were
Aurora.
telling her to.
I am working.
Is that why you added this? Did you add the snake tail?
I mean, simulacrum are. It's a bit of my style, I suppose, but it just happened. That way. It was not-
I don't like that. Emily does not enjoy that at all. That was a stylistic choice.
It's just familiar.
But Hajek was not like this previously. It's an addition.
Listen, making her in her full human likeness would have been a risk.
For what? Guy isn't anybody's likeness.
Have you seen the simulacrum here?
Yes, Guy.
He looks back at Guy who waves as a succubus. Have the simulacrum seem completely mentally here?
Shadow was pretty good.
Yeah, that one does. I guess actually, is Mordecai with us, or did he hang back?
Mordecai is like with you. He's kind of hanging back on the
Okay,
conversation.
well, Jack will
He's
point
present.
to him. But seems like he's gotten up to speed, right, Gingham? Wouldn't you say?
Well, I had to do some quick and dirty research, and this is what I came up with. Apologies.
Okay, well, you're here now, and Hajek exists in that current form, so I guess
Can
we're
it be
just all gonna have to
changed?
live with that.
Can her form be changed?
Yes.
I could look into it, but it seems like a waste of time.
Hajek, how do you feel about your long, snaky lower eights?
She looks pretty neutral expressioned. I would have to agree with Willem. I think it's a waste of time. You all should be more concerned that this place got attacked. Me and Willem are working on some research notes to see if we can find other ways that people could have done that. Try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, we heard something about the unmatched, and one of the things we killed called himself the Prince of Wolves. Is that right?
Prince of Wolves. The Unmatched I did turn up when I was trying to figure out who is after you. I think most of the dangerous foes you've encountered have been part of that group, but I didn't dig much further into it. I agree with Hajek, though. I think number one priority is I should try to be your sentinel of this place, so to speak. And I should try to make sure that you are not attacked again. If you'll accept me, of course. This demi-plane seems to be attuned to all of you currently, so if you wish, you could evict me, so to speak, quite easily, but I do believe that I could be of some use. Plus, I'm sure my good pal Jack here wants me around. All right, Jack.
Sure. I won't kick you out.
He pats you on the shoulder. I knew you wouldn't. So, Jack, can we talk about for a minute how fantastic this place is that you found?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about
Get
specifically?
excited for a moment. Are you not understanding what you've stumbled upon?
Well, we've been here now, like, Guy, how long has it been?
I don't know.
But I thought you were counting days. You had your whole, it's
Oh, you're
fate
talking
day
in
6,
fate
the
days?
world is gonna end. You know, that whole thing.
Yeah, you're talking fate days.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fate days wise, I believe we're on like 18.
Okay, see, Willem, we've been here for a while. I guess maybe the shininess has worn off a little.
I'm
But
going to do some research on what a fate day is.
okay.
Jack, think about it. When we met, we were delving in some sort of vault for some magic items. You were like a treasure hunter or something, right?
So sort of. I wasn't exactly hunting for magic items, but yeah, I get it. We've come a long way. Yeah, this is a whole new weird place.
We're
It's-
literally holding cards that represent the fate of the world in your hand now. Don't you think that warrants a little bit of excitement?
Woo!
Always an understatement, Jack.
Sorry, I don't know what you're expecting from me. It's cool. There's a lot of places to go see. The carnival's weird. The theater has disturbing shows.
You should
There's
visit the swamp.
There's a swamp. Careful though of the plush snakes.
There's some snakes in there that I definitely think you would enjoy.
How's your mental health doing, Jack?
Are we gonna
Kind of
really?
an awkward thing. To
Yeah,
just-
right here in front of everybody.
Well,
Why?
it's just important. You're tied to this place, so your well-being is now of my concern. Are you maintaining romantic relationships? That can be important, you know.
I forgot a really important thing in my room that you're gonna want to see. It's really key to the research. I'll be back.
Wait, I would. You maybe could answer the romantical question.
Jack
Kinda
thinks
weird
to
to get
his room.
invasive there.
Consider a brothel, Jack.
Oh my
Whoa,
gosh!
whoa.
Do I disappear? Do I think to my room successfully?
you think you missed that bit?
Yes, I have. Put me in
Little
my room.
inappropriate. Little inappropriate, Willem.
Does Birch come with me?
Yes, Birch does
Okay,
come
good. Yeah, Jack bamfs right out of there.
All right, Gingham and Krunk, you're left with Willem. Keep an eye out for him.
What did you
I
just say to me?
Keep an eye out for Jack.
My best friend? Yes, I think I'll do that.
It's not an insult, Krunk. I'm just...
You just think that maybe I'm not going to take care of my best friend? Or that his little sister would do so? Literal family.
Willem side-eyes Gingham. You're talking about... Points at Gingham.
And what if I am? Are you judgmental like that? Kind of
Sister?
cringe, Willem.
I'll unpack that later. All right, I'm going to try to figure out how to not get you invaded. Consider me your sentinel of Harrowcourt, and we'll catch up. I'll be here if you need me.
Thanks.
We'll rematch that duel at some point, Krunk.
Oh yes, and you can cheat again.
We'll make sure there's no substances involved.
Good.
Pleasure
Wait.
as always, Gingham.
I will.
Now, Hajek, and he turns back and starts going back over notes with Hajek.
I love how Krunk has the same effect on Willem that Willem has on Jack. It's just like increasingly uncomfortable questions until they just are like, okay, well, anyway,
So funny.
I'm leaving.
A little bit taste of that own medicine. Krunk is nothing if not just. Right?
Which is
Right,
scary.
guys?
Right.
Right, guys?
Right.
Yeah, only
totally.
just.
Totes just.
Yep.
Good, because I have Disintegrate re-prepared.
Notably for you guys, while you were in the courtyard, all of the archways are currently deactivated.
Vacation time for real.
For real, for real.
Are the paladins resting in? Are they around? Are
Yeah, the
they-
paladins look like they don't have any scuffs on their armor. You don't see any dead. They look all good to go.
Aw, They're
In fact, all of the
gleaming.
damage from Harrowcourt looks to be completely mended.
Wow.
Hey, Willem, before you go, question for you. What day is it?
What day is it?
Yes, it seems as if I've fallen under a magical sleep, as one does after a difficult battle, and I don't quite know how long I was asleep for. All I know is that my wounds are healed, my spells are refreshed, and I don't know what else.
I suppose time's a bit messed up here, but by my calculations, it's Abadius 11th Oath Day.
Oath Day. And how long is that ago, Chase?
Why don't you go ahead and roll me a survival to see if you've kept track of time during all this?
Ah, man. Okay, survival? Where's that?
He says that and you
I rolled a
realize you
five.
have no idea what day you fell asleep.
Yes, of course. Well, that all makes sense and sounds about right. Side eyes Gingham.
Gingham also does not know.
Gingham
We just
shrugs.
nod at each
Yeah.
other.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Come on, Gingham. We must let Willem do Willem things. Holds out a pinky for you to hold.
Yep.
We just strut away.
We know exactly how much time has passed.
Yeah.
We're like 50 yards out. So do you know?
No, not a
Oh,
clue.
yeah, me either.
Mhm.
Guy.
Yeah, what do you need, boss?
Yeah, how long was thy nine-eye?
Oh, I thought we already went over this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was dead.
Well,
Well, I
but you-
assumed that you had like a magical connection to this place and you just knew how time was.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be hilarious? Yes. Let's go to your closet, Gingham.
I.
We'll rap
Okay.
on Jack's door on the way to Gingham's room. Jack!
Is Willem with you?
No,
No.
I left him
Okay.
behind. Hey,
Jack
do you
will
wanna-
crack the door open.
So, Jack,
Yeah.
I thought about, how are we going to celebrate all of this? All the things that happened. And I strongly believe that we are overdue for a shopping trip. Just a little splurge.
Okay. We do have a lot of stuff that we could sell.
Sounds like a good time. Maybe we'll stop by the temple and say a prayer to Desna for seeing us through. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Oh, goody. Can't wait.
And maybe we can find some gambling for you to bet upon. Or a drink at a pub?
Punk's like that friend that's like, we could go to church. Oh, and do some other cool things.
Whatever your hooligan heart desires, Jack.
Well, how about we start with selling some of this stuff?
Most excellent. Let us go ahead and sell it up, and then for mischief and mayhem. And a little bit of prayer.
Excellent. We got a shopping montage?
Montage!
Oh, yeah.
Just
Cool.
like flashes of the group haggling and then like choosing out pretty new gear and chowing down on street meat. And
Rolling
then everyone
eyes while
else super
Krunk
bored.
prays.
Yeah, super bored while Crunk's just like so earnest with his prayers.
Do we just get to the bazaar, Gingham, like when we're like shopping day and Krunk and Jack are like, ooh, this, and Gingham's like, I could make that. I could make that better. My little Gingham impression.
It
Yeah.
was very good. I liked it.
Yeah, Gingham would just, I think my time would be better spent saving some of this gold on proper essentials. You can buy what you'd like.
Well, I was looking at that. I was looking for some dread armor. I don't know if you have time. I don't know how long that takes, and it's not a big deal. I can just buy it. Maybe.
Right.
It would look fetching on you.
I can buy it. You don't have to, I don't know.
No, it's a rune. That's easy.
Okay.
Jack, don't feel awkward. This is your little sister. Of course she wants to give you something that she's made.
Well, I didn't want to, like, demand or whatever. Also, are you younger? Do we know? Does that
well,
matter?
she's smaller. That's what I mean.
Oh, that's true. Sure.
Physically
I mean,
little.
thanks, Gingham. I would appreciate that. Ugh, feels weird being, like, polite.
You'll get
But
used
thanks.
to it. Krunk, do you need anything?
Well, you know, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I've already bought the things that I need, except for I was thinking about getting one of those crying angel pendants, but it's a mere 7 gold I can just purchase.
That's even
And-
easier than the
Now,
dread.
Krunk, don't turn down a gift from Gingham.
But Gingham's not my sister, Jack. Gingham's staring at me, Jack. Gingham is just relentlessly staring.
I think you can say thank you, like I did. If I can do it, you can too, Krunk.
Does Gingham ever blink? I don't know if I've ever noticed.
They don't have eyelids, so I don't think
The
so.
light could still.
Why don't
do
you
the-
here? Jack will
Thank
like
you,
just steer Krunk back toward
Thank
Gingham.
you. Appreciate the kindness of your heart. And you know what? May Desna bless your hands.
Oh, aye, thanks, Krunk.
Do you want me to roll anything to see if we can get good prices, Chase?
Yeah, so let's go ahead. We'll take care of logistics and then we can summarize for the viewers.
Are we doing anything with the empty throne? Or I guess it's Krunk or Gingham?
Krunk's the one that's invested most into this.
Well, Krunk has invested the most into this. However, Krunk also got visions from his goddess that was like, yo, dog, I don't like it when you worship other gods.
What's the deal? I
What's
thought
the
we
deal
were
with that?
exclusive.
I thought that I was your god and I was like your person or whatever, and now you're over here having other people? Cringe and weird. Don't like that.
Okay. So no on the empty throne?
Krunk might suggest to Jack that it would be a good idea if Jack wanted to try like believing in something, maybe like
Is
giving
this happening
things-
while we're at the temple?
Yeah, probably. You know, Jack, it's just so rewarding when you trust in something greater than yourself. And I just feel like if you felt like it, you could give unto this throne and see what it returns to you.
I don't really think the throne's gonna do anything for me.
Well, of course, it's a shrine essentially to a god. I'm not sure which god. Let me think about the feeling. Chase, can I roll a knowledge?
No, actually, yeah, I think you already failed.
Aw, man. Okay.
Yeah,
worries.
we all made
If you
religion
spend
checks. I think, when
downtime
we
with
got
it,
there.
you can try again.
Okay, maybe. It's just a thought, Jack. It might make you feel a little better.
So you think I should give a bunch of valuable stuff to some empty chair in hopes that a god might smile down on me? It sounds like bribery. Which,
Well, no.
to be clear, I'm not above, but just doesn't really seem like there's a lot of guaranteed upside in that.
It's not guaranteed. It's about faith, Jack.
Ugh,
It's about
yeah.
it's
Ugh.
about being considering things that are larger than yourself.
I do that. That's why I have Birch.
Oh,
Birch, which is now like a permanent fixture on Jack's shoulder.
how delightful. I guess if you want to put your trust and your faith in vermin, then that's
Well, it's not like I worship him. I just mean, I think Birch is connected to something bigger than myself. Either that or I've completely lost it, which is not outside the realm of possibilities.
I'm sure you're fine, Jack. We'll talk about this another time. Just the nervous
to
exit of the
side.
conversation.
Yeah, Jack like kind of just scoots to the exit of the temple and sort of waits patiently for Krunk to finish his devoted prayers.
So, Jack, do you want to give us a quick rundown of what was purchased and sold? Just like list it off.
Yeah, nothing super crazy. We got some scrolls of haste to refill. We got some potions. We got Krunk a Master Magus ring, which is cool and fancy. I'm sure we will see that turn up in the near future. And Jack went searching around a rare wand shop to find a wand of Veil of Privacy, which is basically the anti-scry spell. And due to his recent experiences, he feels like maybe there are some creepy people watching him, his mom among them, and he doesn't really want to be scried. So he finds that successfully and instantly casts it.
Excellent. Fantastic, Ella. Now, yeah, that was an uncommon item. We rolled and you luckily were able to find it.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll get all of the supplies that Gingham needs for their materials. I imagine Gingham left Jack with a big grocery list. Get all of this stuff, please. Jack's like,
nice.
Twine, really, Gingham? Okay, fine.
And then for selling, you guys pretty much just cleaned out your garbage. Anything that was not in use, you sold. Notably, you guys kept your ornate potion vial because you're going to try to find a collector for that still. And yeah, you guys made around 8,000 gold for selling. And after purchasing and crafting costs, you guys are around like 3,000 left from that 8,000.
So are you crafting a brooch, Gingham, or are we buying that?
Let me. I'll craft it. Save some
Making
money.
your own cute little
Craft check.
Nat 20.
Ooh, we're inspired.
Hold up.
Does something happen if you craft with a dwarf and get a nat 20?
Yep.
Oh shit! Really?
He becomes alive.
He becomes a real boy.
I get a friend.
That's really funny. It does become an intelligent item. So
an intelligent item?
There is no limits to magic.
Oh my gosh, Gingham. Amazing.
Gingham's like, I figured it out.
Okay, I have the statistics for your brooch.
My creation.
It's amazing that it's a brooch of inspiration too. It like that. I'm so excited for this.
This is the properties that I rolled up for it. So, wow, this ended up being so good for Gingham. Okay, so while you have this item invested, it is able to speak. Yay, another NPC for me. It's going to give you a +2 to any lore checks while you have it invested. And then it has a once per day free reaction. So free action. Once per day free action. When an ally that you can hear fails a knowledge check, it will pretentiously correct them and let them roll again with a +2.
Chase, this thrills you. You're gonna have a sassy bitch NPC, and I feel that it's going to be targeted at Krunk almost immediately.
Now, Gingham, you get to choose when to use that once per day, but it can't do it for you. It will not correct you. It has to be an ally.
This is Gingham's call, so Jack will express interest in having dread armor. Gingham can craft if they want
and
to.
then Gingham's gonna craft it. Ooh.
Make a cute little present for Jack.
And imagine if your dread rune, Tori, became intelligent.
We're gonna kill him so good.
That is actually a fail. You're gonna use a hero point?
Yeah, I don't want to fail on Jack's dread.
Nat 20!
2 intelligent items.
The uncommon items are more difficult to make.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can assist.
Whoa! No! Oh no! I don't want my armor talking to me.
Sorry. I used that hero point for you.
I already have Birch to deal with.
Hold on, it's not always intelligent. There's a few things it can be. Should I have you guys roll?
Ooh.
I'm sick of rolling dice. So Troy,
Yay.
I'm not going to look at Foundry for a second, but I'm going to have you roll me some dice. Roll me a d4.
It's a 3.
All right, a 3 is you make a second for free. Gingham.
Want some dread armor, Krunk?
I could use a crying angel pendant.
You're crying angel pendant? I'll make you cry.
That way, if I ever nat 1 on you guys while we're being hurted.
Yeah, I can make one.
Well, we could probably just buy one.
Or you could just buy
Those are
one,
really
too.
cheap.
Yeah, it's like
7 gold.
But
Yeah.
can
Not
you
worth the day.
imagine a crying angel relic?
oh my gosh, that would be so funny. Chase, can we just roll for funsies?
Yeah. If Gingham gets a third nat 20. What the fuck, Gingham?
Spend the day.
I felt it in my bones. There was one more nat 20.
It's a
Chase,
shame
make it a
that-
relic.
No,
Can I roll?
you
Can I
said
roll?
for funsies.
No, please.
You gotta commit.
Sir, is there any deal that I can make to you?
Chase, hear me out. Look at me. I felt the nat 20 and I offered to do the crafting. And so I think
Okay.
you should let the nat 20 stand.
Okay.
Let's just see.
Nat 20 is a nat 20 is a nat 20. Fate, right? That's
Do I
this
roll
campaign.
a d4?
Yeah, roll a d4.
4.
Oh my
Is it a relic?
Jesus Christ, it
Good
is.
Lord. Okay, your crying angel pendant has become a relic, a death relic. So the perk that it ended up getting, it only has one gift. It became a major gift. And the gift is called Pierce the Veil. So basically what this does is while you have the crying angel pendant attached to your armor, as a reaction, if you suffer void damage, which is negative energy now, right? You can choose to have it heal you instead of harm you. And then the crying angel pendant will break, and for the next round, you'll have resistance 15 to all damage.
That would have been dope on a permanent relic, because then it wouldn't break, right?
Yeah.
I have to go learn permanency now. I gotta go slip the GM $20 and make it permanent.
And then Gingham, you are crafting in your beautifully put together workshop in Harrowport with the help of the brass dwarf and with just a plethora of crafting formulas, anything that you need. And let's see, you made a handful of healing scrolls, correct? And then Gingham went on a roll of nat 20s. So, why don't you tell us a little bit, what is Gingham's just like crafting spree of nat 20 after nat 20 look like?
Let's see. They get to the crafting place and they're like talking with the dwarf, laying out everything that they want to craft over the next little bit. Start looking at different items and they're like, I could put together something to help knowledges. What do you think about this material? And just starts pulling things in and showing the dwarf all of these different materials.
Now, the brass dwarf just speaks in a series of grunts that you somehow understand. Just a,
No, you're right. This one? Oh, I think so too. Now, if we just do that, give me your hand. And then, no, give me your hand. You have to hold it. They just go on a crafting spree for this brooch, and after asking opinions on all of this different material, Gingham starts to wish that the dwarf didn't just grunt all the time. And comes up with this brooch and then stares at it and goes, well, this will make a good pendant.
The brooch is one of the most beautiful things you've ever crafted. It is pristine. And as you're examining it, you hear out loud from the brooch a female voice. Well, how about that? You must be my creator.
Oh, You talk. Aye.
You bestowed me with quite the intelligence.
Oh, that's wonderful. Will you be able to help me with these things if I want to know more?
Will I be able to help you with things? Yes, obviously.
Good. Aye. Well, you're going to sit here. I have more to do, but you might make nice company while I do the rest of these things.
I'd love to be company. Just so you know, when you were crafting, I couldn't help but notice the technique of the way that you hold your mallets is a bit off. I can walk you through it if you would like.
No, I think this works just fine. Watch. Gets out a rune stone.
I'd feel better if I did.
You can feel?
I can.
Hmm.
And I can feel when a mallet is being held wrong, and it is. Make sure you slide your hand up just a little bit, give the swings a little bit more of an arc.
I'm not going to do that. I think this method works just fine.
And
Krunk
as you
walks in.
craft, this brooch is going. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Krunk walks in. And he says, Gingham, I heard something today. I heard that cold iron is actually stronger than adamantine. Why aren't we making armor out of this cold iron
That's actually
stuff?
incorrect.
Oh,
Cold iron is much weaker than adamantine. It just has uses
Do you
against
hear
certain
a
creatures.
voice?
Oh, Gingham turns fully around.
Gingham, do you hear a voice correcting me?
Gingham just points to the brooch. I made it.
What
Stop
is
speaking about
this?
things that you don't understand.
Oh, that was quite mean.
What is this you're fashioning, Gingham?
Oh, it's supposed to help know things a bit better. It's been kind of company while I've been crafting this other thing. It wants me to hold a mallet different, but I don't think that's right.
Bit of a know-it-all.
A bit.
That is literally my purpose.
Okay.
Mm.
My apologies. Let me just go fuck myself then.
Oh,
Krunk's just gonna
Krunk.
storm out.
Oh, why did you offend Krunk?
I didn't mean to offend. He was just incorrect, and I let him know it.
Maybe
He'll
we
be
were
happy
going-
the day that he does not try to break something with cold iron.
In the distance, Krunk's just going, Jack! Gingham's making abominations!
Oh my god.
Fantastic. So this brooch, unless you store it away somewhere, is going to continue to just critique your technique as
Great.
you continue crafting.
I think Gingham starts on the dread rune and gets so irritated by all of the correcting at one point that suddenly two appear from the crafting.
You
Two
just
dread
like
runes.
accidentally were so efficient that you just made two.
You rage created another one.
Yeah, Gingham rage created another one, puts them both down. Well, how about that, smarty?
I'm so happy you're following my advice. See how efficient you were?
Hey,
I am
Let's
useful.
Jack walks in.
here,
Hey, Gingham, I'm not. Oh, I only
you get two.
have one.
That's all you need. You get two. I don't really care what you do with the other one. I have other things I have to make.
Just so you know, you can only invest one of those on one set of armor.
What?
Abominations in the void.
Krunk is suddenly here.
Yes, just though he's peeking through the window. He doesn't want to
Whisper.
come in.
It's the new toy.
New toy.
I am not a toy. I should not be given to children.
Well, whatever helps you do your thing, Gingham. Jack just like slowly backs out of the room, holding both dread rooms, closes the door behind him. And then you hear like furious whispering outside of the door between Krunk and Jack, who are notoriously bad at whispering to each other, as Gingham has established.
Mhm.
And then Jack, you sold that extra dread rune.
Yeah, I
Correct.
don't have anything to do with it,
I
so we
don't
sell
want it. I won't put it on my armor. I refuse.
the dread rune. Well, I can't put two on my armor. That's literally pointless. Like
What?
the
I heard it. I heard it tell you that. You don't act like you already knew that because I know that little weird thing told you.
I'm not an idiot. I know that you can't put the two runes on the same armor.
You don't know anything about
Bickering slowly drifts away.
Then the last thing, Gingham finally settles down again, accomplished that two of these runes have been made, and just starts making a simple crying angel pendant for Krunk. Tries to make it look nice after the weird dented mortalis coins that are just look like used coins every day. Gingham puts effort into it. He's just like humming aimlessly while the brooch is probably talking.
Now, this ended up being a temporary death relic crying angel pendant with your nat 20. Does it just look all spooky and Gingham-like?
And no, this one, because Krunk worships Desna, and Krunk gave Desna blessing, kind of, when Gingham went off to do this. Gingham's put butterfly wings on it instead for Desna and tried to actually make it look really pretty for Krunk and like matches Krunk's skin. Like it's so pretty. It's the mastercraft that Gingham's ever made out of all the materials that are in this shop.
Oof. It's just
And then
beautiful.
They ask, or they go looking for Krunk after they're done. This is day 8 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that Krunk is returning from chasing little things.
Little wisps.
Will-o-wisps.
Little will-wisps.
Gingham like waves him over. Krunk, I'm sorry that this took so long. Oh, you're very tired. Here you go.
Go ahead.
This is your crying angel pin you wanted.
Oh, does this one talk to?
No, it doesn't, but it's quite fancy.
Oh, that's different for you. Let me take a look here. Oh, King. Oh, this is a work of art. Oh, I don't even know if I can wear this. This belongs in, like, the Shrine of Grafters. This is actually amazing.
Oh, thank you. And Gingham has already stuffed the brooch deep inside a pocket so that it can't ruin anything. I'm glad that you like it. I tried to
incorporate the things that you like. And so there you go.
It's nice.
Oh,
I've never. Thank you. Yeah.
well,
I didn't know you knew me like that.
I don't know. I just tried.
Yeah, always watching and being considerate and stuff.
Gingham like pats.
Oh, and you said, and this, so it's temporary?
The magic was a little bit finicky, but it should do some good though. Help heal you if I'm not near enough to you.
I see. It'll be a sorrowful day when this serves its purpose.
Aye, but a good one because you're alive.
True. Well, thank you, Gingham.
Well, aye.
Do you eat? I'll get you a meal or something.
Oh,
7 gold for this feels a bit rude.
no. This is my gift to you.
Thanks. And he just sort of like awkwardly doesn't know what to do. Just eventually shuffles off. I'm just like tired. I'm gonna hit the mattress.
I have a good night, Krunk.
You have an excellent sleep. Do you sleep, Gingham?
Aye.
You know, we have time to learn about each other later. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night. And he's just gonna peace out.
Excellent. Do we want to just like get the logistics out of the way like we did with selling and see what the
Sure.
results are?
Sure.
Who do you want? Should we?
I guess let's go with Jax first.
Okay. So, I'll start with scrying my father because I think that could potentially change what Jack might do. It was a very strange answer that Birch gave him, where he said it's a complicated answer to the question of is his father alive. So he wants to try and unpack that. scryed my mom in the boneyard already, so Jack figures he can try and find his dad, even if he's in a complicated situation. And is this an activity that, like, I need to have a special skill to do, or?
No,
Okay.
not with the statue that you have.
In that case, Jack is going to try and find a quiet moment where there are not a bunch of people around. He wants to have the space to find out whatever answer he might find out on his own.
All right, go ahead and make me a flat check, Jack.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
There's a nat 20.
I don't know if I wanted to roll high or low on it.
Jack, why don't you tell us what your dad looks like?
Well, I think he looks a bit like Shadow, which is why it was kind of weird. He has dark hair, like Jack's, and
Grayed now since the last time you saw him.
it's all salt and peppery now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a beard. He just has like normal brown eyes. He's pretty plain looking, and he looks like his face is very wrinkled and leathery. Like he's a laborer. He worked as a woodcutter, so he just looks like a weathered, beaten man. Life has not been very kind to him.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So you scry at this crystal ball in the mouth of the hag that is in Harcourt, and the ball swirls as you use it. It glows. There's a fog inside that you can see fills it up. And then as that fog clears away, you do get an image. And the image that you see, Jack, is of an old, wrinkled hand with black clawed nails tapping on a wooden table. And on that table, you see a Haro card. Not from the Deck of Destiny. It seems to have a different border, though the art is similar to any other Haro card. There's not a title on this card like there normally is. And on this card, you see some art that looks very much like your father on his knees, hands over his face, sobbing blood.
Do these claws remind me of anyone or anything in particular?
They look like hag hands.
Yeah, do they look like?
I guess, yeah, they do look like a hag. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana, see if you know, or a hag lore, and let's see if you know what kind of hag.
I'm good at hag lore. That dwindled on the 15. That's a 28 only.
It looks like a grave hag.
A grave hag?
Mm-hmm. These rot-skinned grave hags usually lair in cemeteries, mausoleums, and other burial sites. Unlike most hags, they can't alter their appearance onto a comely shape, so they hide from most observers. Grave hags consider such a predatory life, hiding out in graveyards, to be pitiful and squalid, so they prefer to dwell in lands where necromancy is common and undeath isn't unusual. These grave hags become adept at necromantic magic and love posing as scholars, schemers, and plotters. They surround themselves with minions whom they send on missions to collect corpses for ghastly rituals.
Okay. Jack makes sure that Birch sees this too. He holds Birch up. He thinks maybe Birch might know more
Birch,
stuff that he can.
Floofs out and looks very upset.
Okay. Then Jack will he'll kind of put a hand on the crystal ball. Hang in there, Dad.
Now, is there anything else that you would like to scry? You get 3 of those in a day with your downtime.
I don't suppose I got enough to go on to scry that grave hag. Could I?
Sure can, yeah.
Let's do it.
Good thoughts. Good thoughts.
Okay, the scry does not work. You start to get an image, you get that hand again, and the fog starts to clear further up the arm and then snaps off.
Do it
Okay.
again.
On the same one, you think?
Yeah, why not? Do you have a better idea?
My only other thought is I could scry my mom again to see if her status has changed.
Good point. I mean, you could always scry tomorrow, too.
That's true. Yeah, I'll try again.
The
One
way it
less?
tilted on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, so this time the fog creeps up the arm, and then it's like the perspective zooms out and clears an entire room. And this room is very strange. You can see that there is a wooden table with not only your father's card, but there is a number of cards that look similar, with different people in different horrible poses. Some of them curled up in the fetal position, some of them on fire, some of them hanging by nooses. There's maybe a good 80 cards splayed out on a wooden table. You get a better look at this grave hag. This grave hag has empty sockets for eyes and are missing teeth. And as it moves up their arm, the skin goes from more of a flesh color to a more gray, shriveled, necrotic tone. And as the zoom pans out, you can see it looks like what would be like the inside of like a pretty modest building, wood floor, a simple wooden table. There are multiple grave hags wandering around this room. They're doing different tasks. Some of them look like they're cutting parchment. Others look like they're drawing the borders of Haro cards. It looks like they're basically producing cards. But in this room, there are no walls. The floor ends to just a ledge. And it looks like this room is floating in some sort of dark, swirling abyss.
Okay. Jack is not really the one who knows about this stuff, but could I make a knowledge check to try and see if I know anything about what plane this might be on?
Yep, that would be a religion.
Oh, interesting. Okay. 36?
No idea.
Dang. Okay. How many hags would you say, like, ballpark?
You get a glimpse of like 7.
Okay. Wow. Is Birch just like ultra fluffed right now?
Yeah, Birch is very irritated. Agitated, I guess is a better word.
And irritated. What are these hags doing? Making these cards. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Well, Jack will try and commit all of this to memory, and then he'll shake the magic 8-ball and clear it.
Excellent. All right, when Jack rests that evening, I imagine you're resting normally between days, right?
Nope, I never sleep again.
Never sleep again.
Not ever.
As you sleep that night, you wake up in your bed with little claws poking at your forehead, and Birch is sitting on your chest. Hey, kid.
Oh, is this another one of those things where I'm not really awake?
Yeah, I can talk to you again, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you done good.
Thanks. I haven't really done anything yet.
Put trust in your friends and you stop moping so much.
Well, you yelled at me, so...
Yell at you? I'm just trying to get you motivated, kid.
Okay, sure. You didn't yell at me, but I don't know. You gave your whole cute little motivational speech, etc. I'm trying, okay?
I
Glad you can see it. What did you make of all of that hag stuff?
Bit concerning.
A bit?
More than a bit. Looks like they're doing something pretty suspicious with those cards. And you were scrying your pops, I imagine.
Yeah. You said it was complicated. Those questions aren't... It's usually a yes or a no if someone is alive, so I thought I would try to unpack that a little more.
Place is a bit strange. It's complicated because I don't think he's alive in this reality. I think you're scrying across realities there. Which you shouldn't normally be able to do, but that's a bit of a special statue. Things are going to get really jumbled here in the next little bit with fate.
So he's dead. Here.
Birch looks away and gives a sad little nod. Yeah, kid, he's dead in this reality. Your mom got to him.
Okay.
Hey, I'm curious, Jack. We talked about the story threads earlier. You think you've already played yours out?
What do you mean?
You think you've already followed your story thread? You think you've been the main character yet?
I don't really know how to answer that.
Spoiler alert, kid, you haven't.
Okay. Why do you keep asking me questions if you just already know the answer? I don't like that.
I want to see where your mind's at.
Okay, no, my mom's still alive, which means I'm still in danger, and until
The
that's
story
resolved...
don't have nothing to do with your mom, kid. That's her thread. You gotta make your own story. Stop worrying so much about her.
I know, you told me. I was just checking on my dad.
Right. Just making sure.
Are you ever going to tell me, like, what you are or who? I don't know if you're a who or if you're what. Are you ever going to tell me that?
Whatever you need me to be, kid. Go back to sleep. He's gonna tap you on the forehead and you'll crash back out.
Jack can't decide if these dreams will be helpful or annoying.
So, Krunk, you're spending your first day doing a nice mountain hike to the Mountain Man, yes?
Correct.
Cool. Now, you've learned from Guy or just word around town, you have to do the actual walk. Like, you can't cheese the hike or the Mountain Man will not do business with you.
Climbing is no problem for me.
Excellent. So it's a beautiful yet cold hike. It takes the whole day. You get up there, and at the top of the mountain, there is a very large, thick giant with a big orange beard, full facial hair on the face, the cheeks, chin, bald head, and he has a open-faced workshop up there. He just forging things and crafting things, and he has big trophy mounts lining the wall, but they're all currently empty up there. So you make the hike and he sees you arrive and he gives a nod. Seems like you did good.
Whoa, step back, sir. A little loud.
Sorry?
Yes, I have brought some goods for you. I heard you were in need of some decor.
That I am. What you got for me?
Well, I've got Chungus Toadman, and he's gonna toss a head down onto the ground between them.
Oh, it's not bad.
Well,
Not the most
valid.
impressive thing I've seen, but a good sleigh.
You're right, it wasn't as difficult, neither was his cousin. Let me introduce you to Frogman. I'm gonna toss the other head.
I have no need for duplicates.
It's not the same kind. I was specifically told these are different variants.
I set that one down.
Right.
He punts it, kicks it like all the way off the mountain.
Hey! I could have used that for materials!
Well, too bad. You insult me with your duplicates. Don't try to swindle me.
You're a menace. You didn't introduce yourself, and I like it. Here's my other one,
Call me the Mountain Man. I'll take that one.
if I must. What about this one? And I unwind the succubus tail from where it was around my neck.
He takes the Toadman head, and he holds it in one hand, and he claps his hands together, and it disappears, and it pops up on one of the trophy mounts, looking very nice and properly stuffed. And he's going to take a coin pouch off of his belt and drop it in front of you. It's going to be 500 gold for the Toadman head.
Bemused, Krunk looks from the pouch of gold to the succubus tail still in his hand. And this one?
That's a good one. He grabs the tail. He gives it a sniff. Succubus.
A powerful one.
Did she get to you?
No, I was able to resist her wiles.
Oh, something everyone can say. Good job.
You should have seen my buddy Jack, paralyzed by her.
Ha! I bet. All right, I'll take that one. He wraps it around his wrist and then smacks it and it disappears. And the tail curls up like a decorative whip on one of the mounts.
Impressive.
Go ahead and roll me a d4, M.
A D4? That wasn't what I was expecting.
A d4.
4! I do be rolling 4s all day.
Nice. And then roll me a percentile.
49. Just under 50%.
All right, he brings out a pretty hefty shield. It is a black circular shield with spiraling blades along the edge and some very decorative silver runes painted on the front of it. This is a high helm war shield.
Is it made out of adamantine?
It is not.
Okay.
So let's see. This is a specialized razor disc. You can basically throw the shield and use it as a more effective throwing weapon.
Krunk became Captain America? Can I disintegrate people with a shield attack?
Yeah. It makes it a +1 striking throwing weapon when you throw it. And then as once a day, as a reaction, when you critically hit with the shield's blades, the blades grow and dig themselves into your foe. The creature becomes grabbed as it becomes impaled on the spiked shield. We have a creature grabbed in this way. You can't raise the shield, but the creature takes persistent bleed every round equal to the number of damage dice on the shield, so you can up those runes. And the persistent bleed can't end as long as the creature is impaled on the shield.
Okay.
And this is the moderate version. So this is a +2 greater striking.
Boom, boom, boom.
And Krunk's value went up another.
Fair trade. He gives you the shield.
Yeah. Pretty fair. I'll bring you more things if I find them.
That's all you got?
This is one day of hunting, my friend. Don't worry. I'll find more for you.
Krunk, didn't you take something from the Demon Gate?
I did. I took a gear.
And you're giving a gear from that.
Yeah, so this is how it works, though. Not Gingham. Oh. I just referred to myself as Gingham. It feels icky. Okay. It's not personal to you, Katie. It's just Krunk within me is methoding really hard.
Sure.
Wants to make me throw up.
Yeah. I believe.
But what happens is Krunk turns away and then pauses. You know what? You were right. What was I thinking? Just the 3 that I brought. I have one more good prize here. It's so rare you might not recognize it. But I'll pull out the gear. Don't suppose you recognize what this is.
Hi, from a Demon Gate Colossus.
That is it. That's what this is. Worth anything to you?
Absolutely.
Hand it over.
Fantastic. He's gonna grab it, he's gonna crunch it into a little ball, and then it's gonna appear up on one of the trophy mounts. And then go ahead and roll me a percentile. And
He broke it?
he broke it, and then it appeared nice and clean up on the trophy mount.
All right, percentile 99. 99! What does that mean?
99.
99! I've never rolled so high before.
Okay.
I hope it's cool, guys. I feel like a child at Christmas.
Hey, you worship a deity?
Desna, may she reign forever.
All right. He's gonna go in the back. He's gonna grab like what looks like to be a big paintbrush. He's gonna start slathering on something in the corner, and then he's going to bring out some beautiful full plate that's all gorgeously painted up with Desna iconography. This is going to be a set of glorious plate. This elegant full plate is embossed with heraldic imagery of Desna and never tarnishes or loses its shine. Its glorious plate is +2 resilient full plate. In battle, glorious plate sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius, which enemies see as a blinding halo that obscures creatures other than the wearer. When an enemy looks at the wearer, it must attempt a will saving throw. and then the enemy is temporarily immune for a minute. And basically it can blind them and hide your allies. And then as 2 actions, the armor casts Sanctuary. And that's just not a once per day. You can just continue to do it.
Oh my. Oh my.
This was a great visit for Krunk.
Hello. Hi.
There you go. I put that in your stash as well.
My heart's beating so hard. It's better than anything I ever thought it could be.
Those are 2 very good Krunk items.
Well, Mountain Man, it was a grand pleasure to meet you. I will take this armor to the Temple of Desna so it can be appreciated by many before I use it on my journeys. I just want to thank you personally. I'm gonna bring you so many things, lots of things, stuff that you're gonna like. I'll find it and I'll bring it here.
Bring me more stuff.
Yeah, lots. Okay, Desna, thank you for guiding me to this location. I now see that I am on the correct path. I am where I'm supposed to be. He's just praying as he walks down the mountain, and he just spends the whole trip down just giving thanks.
Excellent. So we have shopping sorted, we have crafting sorted, and we have a day of downtime sorted. So we'll pick up next time with the remaining 7 days of downtime for Jack and Krunk, and we'll call that a session for tonight.